This is 10 ways to get a woman obsessed with you. But before we get into that, why am I talking about this? It's because I was supposed to go on a date Sunday and she canceled on me. She had a legit reason. But when she asked to reschedule, I said, do you actually even want to reschedule? Because there have been certain subtle things where I was just like, yeah, she's not that interested. Taking forever to text back, or sometimes she wouldn't reply to certain things. So I'm like, do you even want to reschedule? Like, are we just wasting our time? And she's like, why do you say that? What are you talking about? I said, you just don't seem interested. And she's like, well, I want to be talking to you if I wasn't interested. And then I thought about it. And I said, okay, she did pay for the date. She did try to feed me on the date. And then she did make a joke about being wet on the date. So why do I think she's not interested? It's because she doesn't have high interest. Because I'm used to dealing with women with very high interest. And she's probably dealing with another dude. Usually you can tell. She doesn't give you all of her energy. It's like divided between multiple guys. But, when you get to talking to a woman and she's, still dating other guys, it's like, as soon as you get on 2-3 days, as soon as you sleep with her, now she's like all about you. Now she wants to talk to you on the phone. Before she didn't like the text, before she didn't like the calls, but now she wants to talk to you every day. That's usually how it goes. But most of the time when I dealt with a woman and it has came to an end, I asked the woman, what can I do better? What could I have done differently? And they would tell me. They would be very honest. And over time, I realized things that make women obsessed. And today we are talking about it. So y'all know the deal is Basically BO, aka Cole Brown Official. We started number 10 and we go down to number 1. So number 10 is trips. Take that woman on a trip. Now, I'm not into taking women that I hardly know on trips. I'm not spending money. I always tell you guys, low investment to no investment. Don't be bending over backwards for a woman you don't know. But let's say you've been seeing a woman for some time. Take on a trip. That's going to make her more interested in you. And part of that, too, you will see what type of woman she is when you take her on vacation. That's why I really caught feelings for the last girl I talked to for 8 months when we went on a trip. Because I went on trips with a couple girls and a lot of them were just like very anxious. Like you can tell they just fold under pressure, but when I went on a trip with the last girl I talked to, like everything was running very smoothly and that made me more attracted to her. And being in a different environment, she's going to be more attracted to you, being a little more spontaneous. Just surprise her. Go somewhere different. Because a lot of us, we get stuck in our same routine. Especially a lot of us guys, man. We can eat the same food every day. Do the same thing every single day. But a lot of these women, these girls just want to have fun. They want to go here. They want to go there. They want to go everywhere. So take on a trip every now and then. And that's going to make her more attracted to you. Number 9 is bedroom fun. You have to be able to rock her socks off. That's definitely going to help her become more obsessed with you. And I've seen this many times. A woman will be dealing with a dude and she can't cut him off because, the D's good. I've heard that so many times. Now, a lot of times, the better the woman is, she's not going to care about it as much. But the vast majority of women care. And I've been on both sides of the fence. I remember 18, 19 years old. A girl I slept with. I had ED. I was struggling to get my meat up. That was the first and last time I really messed with that girl. After I hit that first time, and I didn't perform well, she wasn't trying to function with me at all. And I want to say there was another situation like that. And then, years down the road where I figured things out, I start getting better. I could have a friends with benefits. We stopped talking with each other. She got a boyfriend. She has a kid with somebody and she still wants to get piped down by me. She still got that in the back of her head because she doesn't enjoy sleeping with the new man as much as she did with the old man. And I'm not saying it's everything, but when you can rock her world, and you're not going to be able to please every woman. I've run into that. I've ran into women I can't please. The coochie's been too traumatized. Cole Jr. can't do nothing out there. That coochie's too traumatized, Cole Jr. can't do anything down there. He don't want to do anything down there. There's nothing left for me to do. So don't trip about it if you can't please every woman. Let me say that. You should want to please your woman, but don't trip about it if you can't. And I think a lot of women, they can feel it when you want to please them too much. And that almost turns them off because now they're getting inside their head. Now they're faking orgasms and all this other stuff because they know you really want to get her off, but she just doesn't feel like that. So, learn the woman's anatomy, learn what spots to hit, learn how to hit that G spot, and depending which way your meat going, it's going to depend what positions are better or worse, So learn little stuff like that, man. And another thing, learn how to give massages, man. That will heat a woman up like nothing else. That will build the suspense like nothing else. Give them a good massage. Going on to point number 8 is having mystery. A lot of you guys talk to your woman way too much, way too often. You go to work, you're texting her. You're on your lunch break, you're on the phone with her. Then you go home and you're talking to her again. Have some time apart. She can't really appreciate you for the man you are if you consistently up her butt. This is one of the things, like, technology ruin relationships because people don't have enough space apart from each other. You can't appreciate each other because there's no space. So no matter how special that man is, when you see him every single day, 24/7, you can't see the value because it's too close. You got to back up a little bit. So have mystery. Don't be too predictable. Every now and then, don't pick up the phone call. Call her back in a couple minutes. Have her mind wandering just a little bit. And I promise you, she will be more attracted to you. Number 7 is making her laugh. You have to have some type of humor. You got to be able to make her laugh. Like I said, everybody's humor isn't for everybody. You're not going to align with every single woman. It is what it is. Sometimes it's not there. Don't force it. But a woman will definitely become more obsessed with you when she finds you funny, when she likes your personality, What they say, if you can make her...
You can make a girl laugh and giggle. You can make that ass clap and jiggle.
Make that woman laugh. If she finds you funny, she going to become obsessed with you. Next, going on to point number 6 is understanding her. You have to get in that woman's brain. You have to build that emotional connection. You see, and this is like non-touch ground for a lot of women. Like, a lot of men aren't going to get to know these women on a deep level. A lot of these dudes out here just trying to smash. So when you get to know that woman on a deep level, and not just to build a connection to, you really want to know that woman. You really want to understand that woman if you plan on having a long-term relationship with that woman. See, this is what a lot of brothers don't do. They don't really try to learn that woman. You see her face, you see the body, and now you want a long-term relationship. You have to get to know her on a deeper level. Who is she? Why does she think the way she does? What's the darkest times of her life? Has she ever done hard drugs? Has she ever had suicidal thoughts? I'll be asking all types of stuff. Yeah, we be going deep. And women told me stuff that blew my mind. Women have told me stuff that I would never imagine that a girl would be capable of doing stuff like that. So you definitely want to get to know her on a deep level, and that will build that emotional connection. That will make her more attached to you. Next, going on to number 5 is having passions. Have stuff you're passionate about. Have stuff you want to learn about. I always hear these women say, oh, I want a man that can teach me something. Well, you got to be passionate about something. I don't care how old you are. Go find a new hobby. You could play tennis, golf, whatever it may be. Have things you're passionate about. Have hobbies. That's why I tell you guys to get off the game and get outside. Join communities. Join a run club. Get around different types of people. That is super important. And she's going to be more attracted to you when you have goals, when you have things you're passionate about. A lot of you guys don't have any passion about anything. You just play the game. You passionate about beating your meat. What's she going to do with that? What you going to teach her? You can teach her how to beat your meat. It's going to get old real quick. You got to have some passions in this world, man. You got to really enjoy this life and love life. And when you really love life, you're going to have a different type of energy to you that she can't just find in every man. Next is self-care. And this is something I probably need to do better at. Sometimes I'll be slacking on my haircuts, and, sometimes I let my unibrow grow out a little bit. I need to trim that thing more often. But I think a lot of guys go overboard with the self-care. These dudes doing 6-hour morning routines and goofball shit like that. But self-care is definitely important. A lot of these women are attracted to guys that really take care of themselves. When you truly take care of yourself, these women be more attracted to you. And we always talk about the body game. We always talk about the body game. Don't get caught up on the stuff you don't have control over. Like, when we talk about these face ratings and all this stuff, don't worry about all that stuff, man. Get in the gym, take care of your skin, make sure you smell good. I be walking around and a lot of dudes be just smelling like butt, dog. You see dudes come into the gym stink. How you come into the gym stink? Dude, man. Even, like, I'll be out in public, I swear, at least once a week, I'm in public and I smell like a stank dude. Like, smell good, man. And that cologne. Find some cologne that you like, man. That's a game changer. You start wearing that cologne, cologne's a game changer. So make sure you smelling good. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. You know, I just bought some more clothes now. Like, clothes was something I really slacked on for a long time because I grew up wearing hand-me-downs, dog. Like, I never had nice clothes, so I'm just like used to it. And then when I really worked on the body game, it's like I didn't need I didn't need expensive clothes. I didn't need super nice clothes. Do I still get compliments when I throw on some nice outfits? Yeah, but it's like I get attention when I'm not dressing the nicest. So it's like it never really mattered to me, but that's something I definitely need to work on a little bit more. You know, try to throw a couple more fits together and stuff like that. But that's never been like a super big focus of mine. But self-care is super important, man. Make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to be washing, cleaning yourself good, because a lot of these dudes be out here stink. You know, a lot of dudes ain't doing the basics. You're not brushing your teeth and flossing and washing your ass. At least do the basics, dog. At least do the basics. Don't be out here stanking up the community because you don't know how to wash your butt cheeks, man. At least do the basics. If you know, spray on some cologne every now and then. Don't go too crazy with the cologne. Don't go too crazy with the cologne like you some middle schooler spraying Axe all over yourself. Don't do that. Number 3 is lead like a man. Man, I know 2025, we don't know what a man is. We have no clue what a man is. But you have to be able to make decisions like a man. And don't be like overthinking everything, man. A lot of these women will test you. A lot of these women test you to see if you really that guy. A lot of guys fail these tests because they can't make decisions. They overthink everything. You always concerned about what the woman wants. Oh, do you want this? Do you want that? Stop being so concerned about the woman all the time. Be able to make decisions. Be able to lead like a man. Sometimes you make the wrong decision. That's okay. And this is part of just becoming more confident, where you can make a decision with confidence. Whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision, you can make that decision. Because the worst thing you can do is not make a decision at all and then complain about the result. No, you need to make a decision and just stick with it. And this is something that a lot of men lack. Like I said, most of us grew up without fathers, or we grew up with weak fathers. So we really struggle with making decisions, moving like a man, moving with confidence, because we never seen a man move with confidence. But you have to be able to make decisions. I said, man, a lot of men out here are weak. A lot of men out here are soft. Like I told you, like I used to have friends that they were scared to like ask the waiter for more ketchup. Like just pathetic stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming from somebody that grew up with a speech impediment. You know, my brother was talking for me for probably the first 7 years of my life. Like I hardly talked at all. Number 2 is have standards. A lot of guys have no standards at all. They see that pretty face. They see the nice body. And they say, okay, I want to date her. I want to get in a relationship with her. So you only been talking to her for a couple weeks, and now you give her all your attention, all your time. You're ready to spend any amount of money on her. Make her earn that. When she has to earn her position in your life, she's going to appreciate it a lot more. It's just like a job. You know, jobs that are very easy to get. You might look at people at McDonald's or Walmart. Those people be in work lollygagging. Now you could say, yeah, Cole, it's because they're not making that much money. But at the same time, man, the jobs that are harder to get, people appreciate it more. So you have to do the same thing with your woman. You can't just give her a relationship when you haven't really vetted her. You haven't made her earn anything. And see, that's why I always tell guys, no investment or low investment. Because when that woman knows you just don't spend money on every woman, you just don't bend over backwards for every woman, when you start to do nice, kind things for her, she's going to appreciate it a lot more. And, you know, smarter women, they'll realize this. Like, certain guys just spend money on women. It doesn't mean anything to them. And they start to realize that over time. You know, so really make that woman earn her position in your life, and she's going to value it a lot more. People respect what they have to work for. So make her work for her position. And part of that is having standards. If every woman qualifies for you, you're not a valuable man. If any woman could come across you and start dating you, what does that say about you? So that's number 2. Number 1 is being authentic. And this beats out everything, because you can put on a front, you can put on a facade, but eventually the act is going to be up. And I remember I made a video about Hamza a long time ago, and he was talking about how, you know, he was dating this girl and it ended, and, you know, he went wrong because he started acting like a goofball or whatever he said. He like, you know, at first I started off stoic, but then, you know, I started goofing around. I started being a goofball. So next time I get serious with a girl, I can't turn into that goofball. It's like, bro, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You know, just be straight up about it. Everybody can't be stoic. You know, certain people have certain personality traits. Can you change your personality a little bit? Yeah. But deep down inside, you might be a goofball. You might be a little goofy goober. If you a goofy goober, just let that girl know that that's what you want. Now you have to know when to act on it and not to act on it. You know, you can't be a goofy goober 24/7, but sometimes shit, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You know, and you should find a woman that will appreciate that goofiness about you. Not a woman that's gonna be turned off by it. You know, and I think a lot of guys get this wrong. You know, a lot of guys lose themselves trying to be the most attractive man. You have to be the best version of yourself. Stop trying to be the next man. You know, stop trying to lose who you are. You know, and that's why I say you have to find out what you really like to do. This is why I was told guys, like, when they ask, oh, what workout should I be doing? I said, what workout do you like? What workout are you going to stick to? I can't give you the most optimized workout because what if you don't like that workout? You have to find what you really like, what's true to you, what you enjoy. Stop being worried about what everybody else is doing. What do you like to do? What feels the best on you? That comes with dressing. That comes when the hairstyle and stuff like that. Now, certain hairstyles, you know, fit your face depending on what you look like and stuff like that. But what do you like to wear? What music do you like to listen to? So that's the way I look at it. You know, when a guy asks me, oh, what workout routine should I be doing? And I'm like, what are your goals? I can't make your goals for you. You got to have your own goals. You know, so going through it again, man. Number 10 is take trips. Be spontaneous. Women love a spontaneous trip, dog. Surprise them with something. If you've been rocking with that chick for a long time, take her on a little trip, dog. And you also going to see a lot of different sides to that woman when you're on a trip. For the better or for the worse. Number 9 is being good in the bedroom. Like I told you guys, I admit on both sides. I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know, I was struggling with erectile dysfunction and all that stuff. And I seen how women treated me. And then I done rocked some chicks' world. So I done been on both sides, bro. I done seen girls like, I done seen girls have kids and they still trying to get at me, dog. You got a whole man, you got a kid, and you still trying to get at me. That's crazy. So I know the power of the D, man. when you really put that thing down, you will see the power of it, man. Number 8 is having mystery. You gotta have mystery. Don't be around that woman. You shouldn't be everything about you is predictable. Like I said, keep some stuff to yourself. Let her find certain things out on her own over time. Don't be talking too much, especially when you first get to know a woman. Don't be doing all the talking. Let her do majority of the talking. Ask her meaningful questions. Number 7 is have humor. Be able to make her laugh. Definitely a game changer. People love to laugh. People love to have a good time. So when you can make her laugh, she's going to enjoy being around you more often. And see, this is something I used to be too serious, man. You know, and a lot of women, I kind of used to be too serious and too uptight. Now that kind of held me back in dating because low key when I go on a date with a girl, like I'm judging her, like, oh, you drink all the time, ugh. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't like suppress how I really felt about that. You know, now I done loosened up a lot. You know, I know how to have a good time. I know how to have fun. But for a long time, though, I was too uptight. Be honest with y'all, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I was way too uptight. I was too focused. You know, I was in that red pill rage, as they like to call it, man. Number 6 is understanding her. Get to know her on a deep level. Build that emotional connection. Number 5, having things you're passionate about. You know, try to find a job you're passionate about, you know? Have passion about your work. Have some hobbies that you're passionate about. I don't care how old you are. Go start playing tennis. Go try CrossFit. Try different hobbies, different activities, man. That's going to make you a more interesting person. And you're going to learn a lot about yourself from doing different activities. Number 4 is self-care. Take care of yourself. Get some cologne. Make sure you smell good. Make sure you're washing yourself good. A lot of these dudes out here be stank, dog. Man, you should not be grown. You a grown man and you smell like butt cheeks, dog. Come on. We need to get it together. Number 3 is lead like a man. Make a decision and don't be afraid. Stop being so scared when you make a decision. Stop hesitating. Make that decision and roll with it, man. Sometimes it's going to be the wrong decision. Sometimes it's going to be the right decision. Number 2 is having standards. She has to qualify for you. You have to make that woman qualify for you. You can't just accept anything. And when you make that woman earn her position, she's going to appreciate a lot more. See, a lot of you guys giving relationships out like they don't mean anything. So that's how she treats them. And number 1 is be authentic. Be real with yourself. You got to stay true to yourself. Stop trying to be the next man. Stop going with what's the most popular. What feels the best for you? What do you really want out of this life? What do you want people to say when they say your name? But that's all I got for y'all today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.